Broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Skol Gang 365 podcast. I'm your host, Steve Roy. Let's get into some things really quick with the Vikings. I'm already looking forward to see which corner we're gonna bring in here. Tragic incident with Kyrie Jackson was unfortunate. Again, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his buddies' families. Right now, I'm either looking at Marshawn Lattimore, can bring him in. The Saints right now are projected to be $88.2 million over the projected cap space for 2025. And the way Kwesi has been managing the money, I can see him restructuring something nice to bring in Marshawn Lattimore to this defense. You pair him up with Byron Murphy. Not only that, you bring in a guy who can help motivate these young guys who are behind both of them on the roster. Guys like Andrew Booth, who I think is going to be cut. If he doesn't get cut, then something has to happen for him not to get cut. But you got Evans, who still young, big body corner. Still a lot of improvement that can be tied into his game. Mekhi Blackman, I love Blackman. I thought that he had a good rookie year for a guy who nobody really thought was going to make the team, and he turned a lot of heads. But Marshawn Lattimore is a person to look out for. Stephon Gilmore is another guy to look out for. Adoree Jackson is another guy to look out for. These are some of the big name corners to look out for to come here and make the secondary what it needs to be. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, Brody? You talking about you said for corner?
Just going along this corner situation. So, a person that's been getting brought up lately a lot in trade rumors for the Vikings has been Marshawn Lattimore.
I saw it. Yeah.
The Saints are projected to be next year the team that's going to be over the cap the most in the league with $88.2 million over the projected cap.
Wow.
Now,
okay.
You bring in someone like that, Kwesi can crunch them numbers to make it friendly for the team and for Marshawn.
See, yeah, that would be my concern, the numbers wise, because he's still a damn good corner, bro, for sure. He would
on his thing. It's got him at 30. He's owed $30 million for next year. I think Kwesi would be able to crunch that down that way.
Yeah, he'd have to crunch that. He'd have to crunch that all the way down. Like he'd probably have to crunch that in half, bro, just for us to fit it in. Because don't get me wrong, he'd instantly be the best corner that we have up until at least until we see what Shaquille Griffin and some guys we haven't seen yet. But That would be nice for us, especially, man.
But I mean,
the way we blitz.
But I mean, that just goes to show you right there, the Saints can't, manage and budget money. I mean, they're still paying Michael Thomas.
Man, the Aints are just they're just a franchise, bro. They don't deserve to have that. This type of franchise that just deserves to suffer, man. No, honestly, bro, like their one ring has as much worth as dog shit in the backyard. A lot of people just think I'm being biased, like, oh, because it happened to the Vikings. No, bro. No other team in NFL history had to go that route to win their shit. Why do you think? And I'm just before we go further on, I really got to touch on this, bro. Why do you think ever since that exact moment, they haven't made one good thing happen? We've ended their ass dramatically twice. The Rams got the worst fucking call in football against their ass.
And since then, we've beaten the fuck out of them in the regular season.
We put them out the playoffs twice. Yep. Shit, they've had enough. They had enough talent to win at least 2 or 3 rings. That's why I told my guy David Gray, if it weren't for us, motherfucking Drew Brees would be known as a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers because he had 2 or 3 rings.
That's why I don't understand. As talented as Drew Brees was, he should have had more than just 1 ring, in my opinion.
So that motherfucker probably knew more about that shit.
If he would have stayed on the Chargers and not went to fucking LA, if he would have not went to New Orleans, think about that.
Yeah,
you would have had him out in San Diego with fucking LaDainian Tomlinson, with Antonio Gates,
Phillip Rivers.
I don't know about. I think Rivers would have been somewhere else. That would have happened.
You talking about for we're talking about Drew Brees. My bad. I don't know.
Drew Brees.
My bad. But no, for sure, bro. You got to think the Aints were a bad football team for a long time, and that's why
Drew Brees got there, where they start turning shit around. They start building around Drew Brees.
That'd be nice if we could get him, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Out of all the corners available, still, I want Xavier Howard, bro. Now he's familiar with him.
You gotta think about it though. Xavier Howard's got all this off the field shit going on right now.
What do you got going
on? I forgot what it is, but he's got some off the field shit.
Like some domestic shit.
I don't know if it's domestic shit or not.
He's due 15
this season. Next 34 the following. 25 in his last. Talk about last.
Yeah. He'd have to bring that number down. But you got to think this is what the Vikings could do now, and teams do it all the time. Listen, motherfucker.
Absolutely, Rodney. Skol all the way.
Man, we got to think. All I got to tell that motherfucker, man, we're gonna give you a little bit right now. We got an IOU coming for your ass next year. We're gonna have a lot of goddamn money next year. Humphrey,
welcome to the podcast, Old School.
I love to hear that. Bro.
Marshawn would have to bring that number down a lot. Like the most I'd be willing to do for him would be 20. That's the max.
Hell no, bro. I'm not even willing to give him that much, bro.
But I mean, like,
if we had to,
at a fair standpoint, 15.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Marshawn Lattimore at this point, yeah, I'll give him 15, 16 million a year. I'll give him that.
But you also so I was watching a lot on that play with Stephon Diggs. If his fucking guy was not standing right there looking like a goddamn roadblock, he would have made that tackle on fucking Diggs.
What are you talking about?
The fucking Minneapolis Miracle.
Oh yeah,
his fucking teammate was standing there.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Looking like a fucking lump on the log, not knowing what the fuck is going on, completely oblivious.
That's a real brain fart, bro.
Diggs played it out so fucking perfect. All he did was hit that fucking juke move, and Lattimore took out his own fucking guy. If I'm Lattimore at the end of that game, I walk up to my teammate and be like, "Bro, what the fuck were you doing?"
No, that was karma. That was supposed to have that bit him in the ass because what's your name?
That's a mix of karma for 09 and a fucking player that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in a big game situation.
Oh, just in that exact moment though, they were fucking. He was over there doing the skull chat. What's the name of their bitch ass coach again? Sean Payton. He was over there doing the skull chat. Alvin Kamara was over there dancing, said aha, aha, I'll hide my ass, and then they want to say, "Oh, nobody cares about that," but people in Minnesota, man, please.
Absolutely, Rodney. We both agree with you. We just want one before we die, bro.
For real, bro. I'm getting tested. I want one. I want one in the next. I want one in the next 3 years.
I'm willing to go all out for Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore has experience with Brian Flores in New England. I'm willing to do it.
At this point,
if he can tap into Stephon Gilmore like he has been doing with Harrison Smith, and bring some of them shutdown corner qualities back out of him, I'm all right with it. All we need him to do is be decent for 1 or 2 years until we bring in a young guy from either the draft or free agency.
I don't know, man. He's kind of getting up there, bro. So the thing about it is, we would be in a situation.
But I mean, you have to look at it. Though. You have to look at it though. He wasn't bad in Dallas.
You said what?
I said he wasn't bad in Dallas. He was decent because Diggs' brother had went down.
Yeah. I remember
it was him and Bland holding down the fort over there.
Oh, don't get me wrong, man, bro. In the situation we're in, bro, yeah, I would take all of these guys, but I just know with at the money standpoint, you got to convince these guys.
It just needs
these
to be the right.
Sunny weather states. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be an extra few million just for that.
It just needs to be the right player for the right situation.
Yeah.
And you also have to look at, the age factors, how long have they dropped off for? Like what's the drop off at? Like when did they start dropping off?
That.
And are
injuries,
they still
all that shit,
dropping?
Bro. A lot of these guys, man, they still want top dollar just by name, bro, and they still can't give you that kind of production. You know what I'm saying? If this was Gilmore or Lattimore from 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm pretty sure him and Jefferson would be able to work the little differences out and everything. But
Winkleman said he hasn't been horrible yet. Also, a 2 or 3 year deal to teach a young corner. Yeah, he can teach, Evans, Blackman. Fucking maybe he can get in fucking Andrew Booth's head if Booth survives the fucking the stage.
He's gonna survive, especially now. And you got to remember, bro, and that's why I'm not that worried about it. He played pretty damn good on the back half of last season. He was getting torched for like the first 7 or so games, but that last he was great at damn near 80 throughout the rest of the season, man. That's why I said him. I can see him at number 2, and then for cornerback 1, I'm pretty sure it's either gonna be Byron Murphy or man, but don't sleep on Shaquille Griffin though, man. Like you said, Flores might.
Oh no, I'm not. He might on Griffin.
He might take Murphy's spot, bro. Because Murphy he's good, but he's hit or miss, man.
We just need one more corner.
I want one more corner and one. I would love.
And then I want a defensive tackle, and then I want to work on this fucking O-line.
If I could just get that, I'm cool with the O-line right now. If I can get a decent little tackle, I'm in a corner right now, that would be cool. But right now, bro, I think even as presented, Flores has more than enough to work with, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he's about to keep the blitz rate up. He might drop it a little bit, but we're gonna be still blitzing at least 50% rate. So if our back end is solid, bro, it's gonna make it real hard on teams, bro. Especially if we can stop the fucking run.
You know what's really, really funny, and I was hearing a lot of this lately coming from other fan bases. They're saying that the Vikings fucked up letting Danielle Hunter walk. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because we drafted his replacement.
Not even just that. Did they not see how much motherfucking money Danielle Hunter got? Man,
exactly.
Dude, it was the best thing we ever could have did. That's why I'm saying I'm glad we finally got a GM that's at least somewhat competent by letting him and Kirk Cousins money alone.
Rodney says he's 58 on August 22nd. Please. Die hard from Council Bluffs, Iowa. I believe triple. No one has my back here. I don't care. My team for life.
I know that's right, bro. That's what's up, man. He gonna have to come up here and kick it with us.
What's going on, Colin?
Colin, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? How you doing?
and this is the thing I'm thinking of, Darren. With right now as presented, just off everything we got right now, if we can still dial up this pressure, like I said, Danielle Hunter, man, fuck Danielle Hunter. You know, he was one of my favorite guys. But at the end of the day, man,
I like what we brought in.
Not even just Dallas Turner, bro. It's Ricky. I think he's gonna be a bad motherfucker. But bro, that Jonathan Greener, people are asleep on him. His breakout
Gabriel Murphy,
his only real breakout year was last year, bro. But he still had 13 goddamn sacks. He's better at stopping the run than Hunter. Probably more consistent, probably less fucking fragile. And like I said, because he had 17 sacks last year, bro. It didn't seem like it to me, especially not in the back half. Man, the Detroit Lions fucking were tossing his ass like a rag doll. The Phillies line, every time he come against a great line, bro, he's not getting through there. I want this young gunner and a motherfucker I know that can stop the run. As good as Danielle Hunter is, bro, we might not have as many sacks, but I guarantee you we're gonna be better at edge overall. Missing him, without him, I'm willing to stand on that right now. Especially now we got somebody way better than fucking Davenport and fucking whatever else on the other side. Motherfuckers they're gonna think it's sweet until they see motherfucking Blake Cashman and Van Ginkel and motherfucking Harrison Hitman coming on that motherfucking safety blitz. I hope they start letting them come on that motherfucker again. That's why I said we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of looks.
I was so happy that Flores built up this defense even more this offseason.
They had to have an agreement.
I was thrilled for it. We needed it.
Yeah, they really let him get the reins, bro. He went and got some of his old guys.
That just lets me know this next offseason is going to be all offense.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to go all across the board this next season. That's why I said, bro, we're just waiting our time. We're hoping that Sam Darnold can reincarnate himself. But at the end of the day, we know what we got. We know what we got going on. We've got enough to whoop. We've got enough to whoop the division rivals that we got around here at least once. So I'm not worried about that at all. So
we just need a surefire offensive line. All they need to do is protect him, and all he needs to do is play decent.
And people, Colin, I'm gonna let you take the floor first. Say, brother, I want you to speak on this guy. See, a lot of people, a lot of these guys, they don't even know who Blake Cashman is. I didn't know much about him until we got him myself, but I did my research, bro. There isn't one safety. Not safety. There's not one linebacker across the board in the North that was rated higher than him last year. No matter what team you look at, Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings. He was overall PFF. That's the new Bible. There wasn't one linebacker in the North graded better than him last year, man. So now you add him with Brian Flores and other guys that can hold their own. I'm thinking top 10, and I ain't settling for nothing less.
Yeah, I think getting Cashman, I think he could have gotten more money other places, but he's a University of Minnesota kid. He's a Minnesota kid. So he took less money to come and play with the Vikings. And I think, again, having Brian Flores there and having that defensive mind, I think that is a very attractive thing when it comes to getting other veteran players to come here. But I still think we still need to draft well and get players that we're going to inevitably end up taking into positions. Like I know I mentioned on one of my messages, I said, I think Gilmore would be the best pickup to pick up because you can sign him for 1 year. He's been a defensive player of the year. And I think this would kind of shadow what back in the day when the Packers signed Charles Woodson, when everybody thought that he was washed up and he wasn't any good. I think at this point in his career, I think he knows what his role is. And he could teach these younger guys like Blackman. And I'm a big fan of that McLaughlin, the undrafted kid from Arkansas/LSU. I'm a big fan of him. So if they can give him a year, and that's why I think Kwesi was really smart with a lot of these guys that they signed, because they're all on 1 to 2 year deals for the most part, with the exception, I think, of Grenard. I think they're only on 1 to 2 year deals. So it kind of buys them time and it buys them budget to draft and develop younger players, and it gives them good players to follow them.
Collins, especially with us getting our more expensive and marquee guys locked up already. So we're knocking these guys out. Jefferson, Darisaw coming down the pipe. We got Hawkinson out the way. I think he's probably the only expensive guy we got coming down the road immediately. I mean, we might want to pay Ivan Pace Jr. some money if he can perform again. But like I said, we got to keep making moves like that, like you said. Well, how you feel about J.C. Jackson, Colin?
I'd stay away from him. I'm not a fan of his. I think he was I think what got him paid was being with the New England Patriots and Belichick. I think he was very productive, but he was productive in a system. I think if you sign a guy and he's a system player, he's not going to stand out individually as much. Like Gilmore, to me, he stood out individually, and he's stood out on every team he's been on. So that's why I feel like he would be a better. And I think you wouldn't have to sign him for long. I mean, I think the longevity part is big. If they can get the corner right, they get the young corner right, then I think they'd be in good shape.
What are you thinking, Colin? Like a 1 year, 1 year,
like
10 million, 1
max.
year, 12 million? What?
I mean, sign him for 1 year.
Yeah.
Sign him for 1 year and maybe give him $8 million. I don't know, $9 million. I don't know how much he'd be asking for. I mean, what'd you give Shaq?
Otherwise, I'm willing to do 2 years, 12 mil.
I mean, shit. We gave Byron Murphy and Patrick Peterson 10 mil. Shit.
Well, I would have never have given Byron Murphy that much. I felt like that was an impulse buy.
I'm surprised he got re-signed, bro. He was so hit or miss. And he got baked.
Well, he got signed for 3 years. I think he was signed for 3 or 4 years. I think they signed him to a 2-3 year deal. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he was signed for a longer deal.
Damn, I thought it was a year deal.
Yeah, Peterson was only a year contract, but I think at this point in his career, I think Gilmore is more productive than Peterson was with his. I would think I think it would be kind of funny is if the Vikings were to move Seam and Andrew Booth Jr. back to Carolina for Thielen. I think that would be kind of fun.
That was going to be my next question, bro. We need to make that happen. We need him back as wide receiver 3, bro, and so he can coach the rest of these guys. That would explode this shit, man. That would be a viable option. Because right now, Brandon Powell, I got a little faith in him, but I haven't seen enough from him.
Yeah, you have him in there with Brandon Powell, Addison, and Jefferson.
Oh, Powell, he probably hit the bench or hit the special teams after that, but that's just too much to stop, bro. That's just too much.
Powell, to me, I think that's what Powell is, though. I think that Powell is a gadget. He can 10 to 15 catches a year for Powell, and I think he's a special teams guy, but I think he's okay with that. I think that's his niche. Thielen, I think he'd be more. I mean, after playing 1 year in Carolina, I think sour grapes in the organization probably could be very easily squashed.
Very easy,
especially with Cousins not being there. I think that could easily be squashed. So I would be okay. I mean, we didn't draft anybody, so and I want to believe in Jalen Naylor trying to step up and being that third guy because I feel like he could, but he just can't stay healthy. I mean, at a certain point, you can only give guys so many chances to do well. At some point, you got to pull the board.
So and they say he's a real speed demon, man. We're gonna have to fuck around and let that guy go, though, man.
Yeah. Well, I think Naylor right now, for now, is just depth. I think this is the last year of his contract, so he's depth. But yeah, I think bringing back Thielen wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah. I mean, for a third receiver at a much discounted rate, and him being
hell yeah. I'd rather see him back. I'd rather see him back than Dalvin Cook for damn sure, bro. For sure, damn sure. And I'm hoping.
I'd like to see them use Josh Oliver more with Hawkinson out too, the tight end. I would love to. I mean, they paid him a pretty good chunk of money, and the times that they threw the ball to Oliver, he looked like he had some burst. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind us using him as kind of the primary tight end while Hawkinson's getting better. I mean, I know they signed Tunyon, but I would almost rather that they use Oliver more in the passing game and just see what they've gotten them. I mean, if he is something, then when Hawk comes back, that's a double tight end.
I agree with you, Colin. And if that doesn't work, I want to go to Johnny Munt next. I like that dude, man. He's a little playmaker, man. And then I'm really hoping with Flores. man, because we got to figure out if Scene's worth even keeping on the roster. I'm hoping he has him out there every goddamn play for the preseason, man. I'm talking about every snap. Every snap.
He's the number 1 rated, number 3 tight end on the depth chart in the NFL. No, Munt, I like Munt, and the coach. Most importantly, the coach likes Munt. I think he likes some of his guys. There's guys that he probably worked very closely, like Munt and Cam Akers and Powell. Like these are guys that he worked with closely with the Rams. So I think he knows them, and I think he knows how he can incorporate them in the Vikings offense. So he already helps.
And Colin, what do you think? And Darren, you too, man. What do you think we're really doing? Because I like Akers too, man. So now we're gonna kind of have we're gonna have a 3 running back attack. I'm hoping that us re-signing him that doesn't like short gate or stop Tyson Chandler, man. I want to really see him get some carries this year, man. I think he can do good shit. I mean, every time he made Madison look like a damn scrub every time he touched the ball.
I think Chandler's going to benefit from this greatly. Bring Akers in as a nice piece for depth in the running back room. And you have an experienced guy like Aaron Jones to take him under his wing. I think that's going to benefit.
We don't have to burn him out so fast either, man. He don't have to get hurt more in the passing game and shit. Go ahead, Colin.
Well, to be honest with you, with Chandler, I mean, I've always liked Chandler, and I think that when he was behind Madison, I don't know if Madison was never a true number 1 running back. Right, I mean, exactly. Jones is proven to be the number 1 running back when he was with the Packers. Cam Akers is the number 1 running back when he was with the Rams for a year. So, I mean, these are guys who have been the guy, and I think you can learn more from somebody who's been the true guy for a team. More, you can learn to how to be that guy if like Jones moves on next season, or if Akers doesn't pan out. I think you learn from those guys who have been true number 1s more, and they'll teach you how to be the guy. Because I think he's got all the potential in the world to be the
guy. Okay.
I think you can only learn from guys who've had experience being the starter. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. I'm with you on that, man.
I'm with you on that, Rodney.
No problem. And if I were, oh shit, I'm not. Hey, Rodney, me neither. You think I am? Motherfuckers are gonna hate to see me, and I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, and people are gonna say, Hamed is just saying this usual Homer shit, whatever. I'm telling you, next year it's got to be the year that we really make a run for it. We got to really try our fucking Los Angeles Rams type move next year. We're gonna be in position all the way across the board. All the way across the board.
Appreciate that, Rodney.
Hopefully, JJ McCarthy's ready. He's got everything he's going to need on the goddamn offense. Hopefully, have another good draft. The defense on point next year with all this money we're gonna have to spend. I'm telling you, man, next year's gonna be the year we got to make the push. The window is back open now with this JJ McCarthy and some of these other guys we got going on.
I agree, Wink.
We had the best linebackers in the North collectively. Let me think. Yeah, I would say Chicago. I might say Chicago, but
absolutely, Rodney.
I don't know. Then I have to see with our other guy because shit, Ivan Pace Jr. He's a bad motherfucker already.
Ivan Pace to me he's the straw that stirs the drink on the defense now. I think with Hunter moving on and Harrison getting up there in age, I think it's Metellus, Pace, Bynum. Like these guys are like the leaders of that defense right now. I think bringing Van Ginkel and bringing in Grenard, I think that definitely helps. And Harrison Phillips is going to get a chance to kind of shine a little bit more. I want to see what that defensive tackle from LSU that we drafted last year, Jacqueline Roy. I kind of want to see what he can do because I feel like he's got some talent. It's still frustrating. I know I've been on here more than a few times. It still frustrates me that we can't just draft a mammoth defensive tackle. I mean, we didn't do it again this year. We didn't do it a couple of years ago with Jordan Davis. I know I've been talking about
Deion. Hey, we tried with Tonga's big ass Colin.
We need to do it this year.
That motherfucker Tonga, he's a gentle giant.
Next draft, Deion Walker from Kentucky. 6'6", 365.
Okay.
Deion Walker. remember that name.
I thought we had something with Tonga though, man, because he's a big motherfucker, big Samoan motherfucker. I thought he was gonna get the moving mountains. They was out there tossing his ass like a rag doll, man.
He's a little shorter. They need a mountain in the middle. I mean, when they got Kevin Williams, the last time we did this was Kevin Williams. So I want them to go and get a big dude. Like you see these teams that are winning. I mean, San Francisco, Philadelphia, they got big dudes. Interior, offensive.
We need a Vita Vea.
We all want him.
We need a Vita Vea around this motherfucker. A Vita Vea type motherfucker, big size motherfucker, man.
Yes.
I don't even care if they try and talk Star Latu out of retirement. Like, just give me somebody.
Fuck it.
I don't care.
Let Brock Lesnar try out again. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah. I think those days are.
Give me Johnny Randall out of retirement.
I need taller guys. John Randall's my height. Come on now. No, John Randall's like 6'1".
Hey,
I'm hoping
Hey, Winkleman, this ain't out of realm of possibilities. I've been hearing that, when he's up for a new contract and when he hits free agent market, Flores is going to be looking at him.
I saw something about that too. Yeah, that we were going to try to steal him from the Packers, but yeah, that's going to be a long shot. He ain't coming cheap either.
That is
no. They don't want to blow their load on getting a big agent free. I mean, Christian Wilkins to me would have been the guy if I was going to go free agent hunting. Christian Wilkins would have been the guy I probably would have been looking at if I was willing to pay a lot of money.
The two guys that we didn't pick up that were big fucking defensive linemen that I was pissed off about was the Lions stealing Reader and fucking Wilkins going to fucking the Raiders.
Raiders gave him the bank though. They backed up the green strips.
Yeah,
they had more money. They had more money to offer Reader too.
After the season, it's almost like the Minnesota Wild too. After they get done with their Parisi Suter stuff, and once the Vikings have totally washed their hands of Cousins and Hunter, and to a certain extent, Harrison Smith probably will retire after this season. Like,
I'm thinking so.
You've got to. Yeah, they did overpay. Raiders did overpay for him. I wouldn't have minded to see him going after Eric Armstead too, but I wouldn't have been opposed to that either. But they need a draft. Like if you're gonna have these young guys, you got a Dallas Turner, you've got some of these younger guys. Like I want some of these guys to grow together. So that would have been nice.
Exactly, Rodney. Exactly.
Bust a motherfucker's head open without doing a cheap shop or some shit that's gonna cost the team. That's why I said, man, I'm a little with Harrison Smith and like Ivan Pace, them guys with the hip drop shit, man. I hope they're practicing because Harrison Smith, that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a legal tackle. That's why I'm telling you right now, the motherfucking Kansas City Chiefs are gonna benefit from that call more than any other team in the NFL. Mark my words. I can see it now.
Well, if you look at that year, one thing with the Chiefs, too, I mean, that year that they drafted Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, I mean, those are two Pro Bowl level players that they drafted in 1 year. And I remember talking about Trey Smith in particular. He was a right tackle at Tennessee that got converted into a guard for the Chiefs, and he had some injury problems. But I think getting some big dudes, I mean, I know, Darren, we talked about Booker, the guard from Alabama, Truss, the guard from Georgia, Josh Gray from Oregon State. Like these guys are just huge dudes. Like we need a center. I mean, I really hope Juergens works. I hope Juergens can. If Juergens can take over for Bradbury, that would be amazing because centers with having back problems never works out. So. Hopefully, Juergens can.
What do you think about Lindsey out of the Chargers who got released? You think he's on his way out?
He might be. I mean, he signed a big contract, and it's weird because I would have thought it would have worked out with Herbert, but Staley. I almost feel like Brandon Staley when he was with the Chargers is almost like Urban Meyer with the Jaguars. He just looked totally lost when it came to trying to figure out a team. It's not that they didn't have the talent, but
right.
Because, I mean, Herbert's a beast, but I'm curious to see what happens with that team. You literally got rid of, I mean, you lose Eckler, you lose Mike Williams, you lose Keenan Allen. Like,
stripped
you cut Cody Linsley. Like, you're stripping them down for Herbert. And I think with Harbaugh being there, bringing Corum and bringing in these guys to kind of run it his way, like, they're going to become a running team. So
that's why I thought
that's what we need, Rodney.
That's why when the rumors got to popping up, that we might try to do some kind of deal for Herbert, I was excited about it. I said, shit, as long as we can do this without giving up Jefferson or Darisaw, hey, who do you want? Shit, I would have loved to make that, man. If we got a quarterback like that, just to add to this shit we got, but I guess they wanted Darisaw to deal with whatever else what they wanted, and shit, the Vikings weren't budging.
You didn't even need Darisaw. I mean, they got a tackle, and they still have Rashawn Slater. I don't know why they
got Slater.
Nah, you know why, Colin? They're trying to go fucking Detroit Lion down there. They're trying to build that elite ass wall, bro, and they're gonna figure whatever picks they got from us, they're gonna use that for quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, he might as well do the blowout sale. You leaving Herbert with nothing, bro. It was his best receiver, a damn sophomore. What's his name? Quintez Jackson or whatever his name.
I think they have Palmer still. They have Josh Palmer and
Josh Palmer.
Yeah, and Quentin Johnston, and I think they drafted somebody. I think this year too, but.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they kind of share those studs. So
even the Lions secondary can run with them motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. But they better figure something out. Because Herbert, he is cold. I can lie, he cold. Just like last year when we played him, bro. That's the reason they beat us. Not only was Keenan Allen torching Burt Murphy, but after we beat his ass a little bit with that blitz, he figured that shit out. He was letting that shit go quick. I realized this little kid's cold, bro. I would love to have him, but. We got
no interior pass rush. No, we had no interior pass rush. I mean, that's been a problem for a couple of years. We've not had a tackle. I mean, Dalvin Tomlinson was the closest thing that we had, and we just haven't had that.
If we can get that, Colin, and we can stop, and we learn how, and we can stop this run from coming up the gut on us. If we can stop the run from coming up the gut on us and get that interior pressure along the outside, that's what I'm saying. Flores gonna have to whip some shit up now. We paying you some good money now. Make this shit happen. He done brought us some 30.
They need to keep paying Flores more money. I mean, the coach's salaries don't count against the salary cap. I don't know why organizations don't spend more money on assistant coaches.
Yeah, I mean, need to buy his ass a house, a boat, and some more shit, man. He can come hang out over here if he wants. Shit. That's what I'm saying. Kyle, you remember just like I do.
I give him the whole 9 yards.
I still remind the rivals to this day when they told us, we let you say you stripped your roster down, you let everybody go. Eric Kendricks, you guys are even gonna be worse than last year. And I said, how are we gonna be worse than last year? And last year we were 31st in the league, bro. You're telling me we're gonna be worse than the how? That's what I'm saying. The Flores effect. From here to go from 31st to I guess what we finished out at 13, I believe it was 12 or 13. The only reason we dropped out of the top 10 is because we were playing fucking musical chairs and the fucking defense was out there all day with practice squad fucking quarterbacks that got figured out. I'm telling you.
Well, Donatel didn't want to play the young players. Donatel didn't want to play the young players. That was his biggest problem. He didn't want to play the guys they drafted. So, I'm fine with them. If you're going to draft a guy in the first round, second round, whatever, I'm fine with you throwing him out there. And if he fails, he fails. But at least you know. If you don't play him at all, then you don't know if they're going to fail. And it's almost like you have the organization feels this obligation to keep throwing these guys out there that aren't going to do it, but they initially were never given the confidence to be able to do it.
And that's the basic. Yeah, he used to piss me off, Colin, because he used to do that same little. I forgot exactly what it was. Little bullshit zone.
On the shelf.
Yeah, the shell bullshit. Man, he used to get us nailed with that. He got us nailed with that shit for 7 weeks, 6 or 7 out of the damn weeks, and he didn't change a thing, bro. He just kept it rolling. It was to the point where I got to call the head coach out now. Damn.
I thought it was kind of funny that literally during that time when Cousins and Jefferson were out, I kind of find it funny that the defense was holding the team together when the year before it was the offense holding the team together. So, with Cousins going out last year, I think, and I may be in the minority on Darnold, but I have a feeling he's going to have a good year. I mean, with a healthy Jefferson, a healthy Addison, and Hawkinson hopefully coming back by like week 6, all good to go. I think we're a sneaky team with Aaron Jones at running back. I think we're a very sneaky team, and I think people are really selling us short right now and automatically assuming we're going to be the last place team in the division. I don't.
Oh, I've been saying
you don't know anything about Chicago. Chicago, you don't know about anything with that team.
Man, trust me, Colin. I got receipts that will be. I'm gonna give you some.
Everybody's selling the short because of the quarterback situation.
I know that's the main reason, but trust, bro, they got us at a plus 1,000 for winning the North this year. And they got every other North team like 250, 300. So I say I've been saving all this shit. And I'm with you on Sam Darnold. If this interior offensive line, if our fucking guard play can even be somewhat better than from last year, we're set, bro. We already know we're good at tackle. Bradbury, he's decent. We're good at center. And there's too many options. And KOC's is going to have to come up with some kind of plan where we're not relying on Darnold's arm to win the game. Like I said, I don't give a damn.
Darnold can move. Darnold can move. I still remember a game for Carolina. We had 3 rushing touchdowns in a game.
You said
he ran for like 80 yards. Like,
we ain't got no sitting duck no more. Okay, tell me that something, Kyle. I need to know, bro, because he better get his ass out of there. Aaron Jones, dump pass.
Unlike Kirk Cousins, Darnold doesn't go into the field position when he feels the guy 10 feet away from him. Darnold can move around and he can throw. He's got a cannon. Like, I think he's been a victim of the teams that he's been on, and I'll believe in him. I said it a couple of years ago. I was like, just trade Kirk and bring in Darnold for nothing. I mean, you could have Baker Mayfield this stuff a couple of years ago and seen what you got. Now you've got 2 legit receivers and you got a legit tight end. So if he, I mean, it's a proving ground for Darnold. I mean, if he can't do it, this is it. Like, he's just going to be back in the rest of his career. But people forget, Darnold's like 25, 26. Yeah, he's in like his 4th or 5th year. He's young. So this isn't a guy who's 30. Like, he's got time and he could make a lot of money off of this. I'd be fine if they signed him to another 1-year deal again and gave JJ another year. Be fine with that.
Let's completely base frame it like Colin. Like, let's say he's got to know, and I'm pretty sure that bro, if he could even pull off 10-7 and get us to the playoffs, he's got to know he's going to be on this roster next year making more money. Even if somehow JJ becomes the starter and he's just working with him and mentor him or whatever, I guarantee you, I would bet anybody any kind of money that he gets us at least 9, 10, whatever wins it is. If he gets us to the playoffs, I guarantee you he'll be a Minnesota Viking next year, and he'll find some kind of way to save his career. I guarantee it.
Well, JJ's 20, right? JJ McCarthy's 20 years old right now, right?
Yep.
Does that sound right?
That sounds
okay.
Right.
So you don't play JJ this year, so he's 20, and then he's going to be 21 going into next season.
Mm-hmm.
You don't play him that year, he's going to be 22. So literally, he'll be 22 years old after 2 years of Darnold, and he'll be ready to go. Like, I'm fine with them having Darnold play this year and next year if he's successful. And then Sam will be 28. Then Sam Darnold will be 28 and the top of the line free agent quarterback to pick up. So it's a win-win in both ways to me if they can do this. So people forget that Darnold was a 3rd overall pick. I think people completely forget the fact that he was a 3rd overall pick talent. So
I just wish kind of, Colin, that we had a little bit more better, like on the 2nd or 3rd option, man, to the point. Because I wish we had a kind of guy where we could say, you know what, even if Darnold's fucking up, even if this shit's not working, let's plug this guy in instead of putting the young kid in. Because I know we all know how this franchise can be, man. I want fuck, man. God damn, that's what I said, man.
Jaron Hall's too much of a project. Jaron Hall's too much of a project. I mean, if it means McCarthy sitting for one more year, I'm fine with it if it's Mullins, because at least he can throw the ball. His biggest problem was interior offensive line. Jefferson was out. I mean, Addison got banged up. Hawkinson was out for the year. Like, People forget last season that they're just going to the guys that they had. So
he got. I ain't gonna lie. He said he kind of got Hawkinson clocked. That he kind of let him into that, but we already know Curry Johnson's out there hunting. I'm saying, man, I don't know, Colin. It's just I don't know. If he's been putting in the work, kind of man. If he's been really working on this shit and knowing that he might have another opportunity. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he did do some good in some games, man. He had damn good games versus the Lions, especially that first game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a backup quarterback. That's what he is. Let's not overthink this. He's just a backup quarterback.
He got us past the motherfucking Raiders when we only scored 3 points and held their ass to 0.
That was a horrible game. That was the worst game.
That's like watching fucking grass grow. But
that was the worst
thing about it is they did score 63 points the next damn week.
I mean, they had 2 horrible games. I mean, they had the game against the Bears. The Bears won and they didn't score a touchdown, and then they went 3-0 on a last-second field goal against the Raiders. They had some bad games. The win and lose, they had some bad games. So I think if we can keep those down a little bit, I mean, I think they've got a outside shot at making a playoff berth. But
and then
I think people are way overrating Chicago. I think they're way overrating Chicago.
Just off the fact that I'm not worried about this.
Dude, I got Bear fans thinking that
put a squad together. I'm not worried about no team
going to be fucking rookie of the year or MVP, and that's a fucking long shot to me.
We just hope he can produce. That's the thing, man. When you start the rookie,
Jaden Daniels has a better shot at being rookie of the year than Caleb Williams.
Exactly.
I think so.
Because he's going to play.
I think he's the better quarterback out of them two.
I said that.
Is the guy.
What's her name? Ain't working with much over there. Drake May.
Yep.
You can't expect anything in it. And I would, if I was the Patriots, I would start Jacoby Brissett all year.
He got KJ Osborne. Motherfucker drop a 3-yard pass.
Yeah, they got what was his name?
That's the real reason we lost that Chargers game.
And they got KJ Osborne.
He's the reason.
KJ Osborne's going to be KJ Osborne's going to be a PPR monster in fantasy football this year. You watch. He'll be catching those 3-4-yard passes all season.
I was done with that motherfucker when he cost us the Chargers game, man. That motherfucker kept dropping. He'll make some plays, though.
No, the Chargers game is we couldn't cover Keenan Allen.
He'll probably eat in that role. He'll probably pull off a nice, good 900 yards this year. They ain't going to be winning shit, though.
He's all they got. So
Winkleman says Mullins or Hall.
Mullins,
if I had to take a pick. We fucking need to kidnap Case Keenum or something, man. Fuck, give me a Mitch Trubisky or something.
If we cut Hall, does he make our practice squad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody else is going to scoop. I don't think anybody else is.
We knew he was going to be a project off the rip, man.
Ain't that the truth, Rodney? Ain't that
he ain't been the same since fucking Jeff Okudah bounced his head off the goddamn turf.
Vikings, man, I hope for the best, except the worst. We aren't the worst, though. That's the problem. The Vikings, man, should be hope for the best, and maybe we can suck 1 year. Really bad.
Lions
are never give up,
man. And that's why TJ
Lions are going to win the division again.
They're going to win the division. I'll give them that. But they're getting that ass for week 7. I'm not worried about no team with the Bears starting a rookie quarterback. I wish the commissioner would have sent their ass to Minneapolis week 1. So Brian Flores, we could have put that 70% blitz rate on that young motherfucker and fucked him all the way up. Don't worry, he'll get his soon enough. In Green Bay, I'm on his head. We got somebody for Jordan Love. Jordan Love ain't gonna be able to sit in the pocket like he did in Minneapolis. We ain't gonna have a motherfucker that has our defense out there all goddamn day. Can't barely get a first down either. We gonna run it back with their ass too. That defense, they think they got us too because of the way Jordan Love aired us out. That's the same defense that fucked them up in Lambeau. I keep on trying to tell these Packer fans, if it weren't for what the Vikings did to his ass in Lambeau, he might not have ever had that turnaround. He wasn't looking too hot until Kirk Cousins and us put them foots in his ass in Lambeau and had that crowd on mute. Shit,
that's when Kirk
Cousins went down. They still couldn't even score a goddamn point. I'm not worried about them either.
Yeah,
they got some unknown shit going on too.
I just want to be able to beat to beat them fuckers and the Bears this year at home.
Man, I know for a fact we're splitting with at least everybody here.
I want to beat Green Bay.
I got told.
I don't even care. We got kicked by Green Bay last year at home. I just want us to be I would lose 100 times out of 100 to Green Bay at home if we could beat them in Lambeau every year. I would love that.
And that fucking fluke that the Bears got against us at home with only the fucking field goals. That ain't happening this year, goddammit.
They were awful.
They know that shit ain't happening. Man, we about to put Miss Caleb Williams' ass. Man, please. Miss Caleb Williams' ass is about to get put in the blender, and DeAndre Swift, that motherfucker. If he's even healthy, if he's even still playing, we're putting his ass in the county jail. You know
what's funny? You know what the Bears reminded me? All their moves they made. Remember, I don't know, maybe about 10, 15 years ago when the Eagles went and signed Vince Young, Nnamdi Asomugha. They signed all these guys in the offseason. They're like, oh my God, they're going to the Super Bowl. The Bears are talking about their team like that. Like DeAndre Swift, while he is a productive running back, he didn't hack it in Detroit. And that's why he ended up with Philadelphia.
You gotta think of
Keenan Allen is on the last leg of his career.
You gotta think of all of DeAndre Swift's injuries that piled up in Detroit.
Man, not even just that. He's not behind. He's not behind
that line. He fumbles the ball.
He fumbles the ball. He's hurt, man. He's not behind that Philly line no more either, man. That's what the Bears not realizing. Man, that motherfucking line is still about to get crushed.
The offensive line isn't horrible, but it's not good either. So
man,
I don't know.
That was ranked in the 20s last year.
They talk about Gerald Everett like he's the second coming. Like Gerald Everett's been on a different team for the last 6 straight years. How can you say this guy's any good?
We're gonna get his ass bulldog
too. He's not a young fucking blossom anymore either.
It's DJ Moore and bust. I mean, DJ Moore is their one legitimate wide receiver that's not at the end of his career. I think Keenan Allen's tough, but Keenan's got to stay healthy.
And then they got they got Dunze too.
He's a little young ass.
We'll see.
That's fucked up, fucking around.
It's kind of a smart move though by drafting a Dunze with signing Keenan Allen to only 1-year deal. So that makes sense. So.
Yeah, he did have 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he got about 250.
Somebody had to do it.
He got about 250 of that on fucking Byron Murphy alone.
Yeah, he's a Julio Jones like player. So,
Skol Rodney. Skol Rodney.
What's up, Brody? Yeah, we're gonna have to get him on here, man. We're gonna I'll get him on here on the next show. Yeah, fuck all these other teams around here talking that shit. I'm keeping all the receipts. The motherfucker Melvin wants to tell me that our defense got figured out last year.
Are downlooking the Vikings because we lost Hunter and we lost fucking Cousins. I'm sorry, but we upgraded from edge.
These are the same motherfuckers that told us that
Cousins is upgrade.
These motherfuckers clown Cousins for 5 years ago.
Cousins contract.
That's like I always remember them. These motherfuckers the same motherfuckers that told me for all these years, you guys are never going anywhere with Cousins. He's robbing the Vikings. So now all of a sudden we're just fucked because he's gone. That's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways, man.
Right.
You can't have it both ways. Now all of a sudden Cousins is just so respected. These motherfuckers flip flop so bad. Don't worry about it. Because this young star we got gonna really bust your ass. And then the Sam Darnold, I'm gonna go for a mile with that shit.
I think it's funny how Atlanta fans were dogging Kirk Cousins when we had him. Now they're stuck with him, and now
he's their savior. They thought so much of him that they're like, you know what? We got this Kirk Cousins guy, but we're gonna take Michael Penix with the 8th overall pick to help our defense.
And I don't care what nobody. That was a smart ass move. That was a smart move, Colin. And I'm gonna tell you, they motherfuckers are tired of playing with Cousins, bro. They've seen how he's done so far. That's called a real deal insurance plan. A real deal insurance plan, because this is gonna be the difference between you getting 100 million or 180 million from our ass. God damn it! They pulled one on Cousins, bro, and they didn't tell him they were gonna do that. I would have did the same thing. So off the rip, you can't come in here bullshit, man. You can't come in here. We got an offense ready made for you, and our line is decent. You coming here fucking around acting like you're hurt, or you know how cousins can be sometimes, bro. I'm telling you that they'll put that young gunner in on his ass, bro. I'm telling you, it's a big difference. It might not look like it to us, but I'm telling you, 100 million, giving them a motherfucker 100 million and giving them 180 million is a big difference, bro. Trust me.
I think one thing that's very interesting when they talk about Kirk going to Atlanta is they're talking about him like he had no weapons in Minnesota. Right. Like they're like, oh my God, they've got Bijan Robinson, they've got Drake London, they've got Kyle Pitts. Let me ask you a question. What have they done? Like, where are these huge numbers from these guys that, yeah, they took these guys high, but where are these big numbers from Drake London? Where are these big numbers from Bijan Robinson? Where's these huge numbers that when they took Kyle Pitts as a tight end, 6th overall? Where is his big numbers?
Well, yeah, when it comes
I'm failing to see this. And I get that they, with Mariota and with Ritter and with Heineke and whoever else they threw out there, I get that they maybe didn't have a quarterback that was good, but like these guys have never proven to be anything. I mean, does Drake London have a 110-yard receiving game or more in his career? Does Bijan Robinson have a 150 rushing yard performance? Has Kyle Pitts even cracked 100 yards in a game? Like,
not even just
you've
that,
got all these guys.
No, they're trying to make it seem. They're trying to make it
how
seem like
they're so much better than what Cousins had.
They're trying to make it seem like the offensive line is that big of a difference. That's what they're trying to make it seem, because if you look at wide receiver 1, 2, and look at starting tight end, but they can't fuck with us clearly on those 3 fronts. They might have us at
running back is the only place. Bijan at running back may be the only spot.
I'll give him Mooney over Brandon Powell, and right now I'll give him Bijan Robinson.
Mooney's the 2. Mooney's the 2. Mooney's the number 2. You're not going to take Mooney over Addison.
Oh, hell no. Okay, damn, my bad. He is the 2, huh? Well, yeah, that's why I said
Bijan's the only one. Bijan's the only one that legitimately, Bijan or Aaron Jones, I'd probably lean Bijan over Aaron Jones,
and their offensive line might be slightly better, but shit, when we played them, I ain't see it.
Yeah, I mean, they put Heineke on his butt a lot, so I don't.
Motherfucker, Josh Dobbs was on the team for all the weekend. They couldn't fuck.
I can't wait till we fucking see Kirk's bitch ass this year, bro.
I want to spank him, but I'm not. I just want to win that by like 3 points. I can't wait till I see Stephon Diggs. I'm going to that guy. I want to fuck him up, and that's gonna be a hard game to win. But as long as he gets his ass shut down, is crying or something on the sideline, and we win the game, I'm cool with it. I'm about to be at the half-yard line. Fuck that. I want to be so close I can throw something at his ass. I want him to be able to hear what I yell to him, bro. Y'all, and it's got worse now. They say, you guys hating all day. This motherfucker released a story to the media about a week or 2 ago saying that the Vikings sent him to Buffalo so that his career can die. Basically, we did it in spite. Basically, just try to fuck him over. Like, motherfucker, do you not remember how you left the motherfucking Vikings, bro?
Exactly, Wink.
You threw a tantrum like a bitch, and you got to call the whole organization out. But he didn't want to tell the truth. That's why I never let him off. He didn't want to tell the truth. The reason he was fresh off a 1,200 yards.
He wanted Buffalo too. He wanted out of Buffalo too, and he has a guy in Josh Allen that's been his best quarterback
like really
that he's ever had. He wanted out of there too.
Man, they just paid your ass $33 million to get out of the fucking town, bro, and let you go for a 2nd-round pick, and you're trying to call Minnesota out. Mother, we sent you to a good situation, bro. What do you mean? Hey, you should have told the truth.
By the way, remind me of something. You know that pick that we got from Buffalo for Stephon Diggs? Can you guys refresh my memory as to who we got with that pick again?
Yeah, like dude, why the fuck would we be thinking about you anymore? Why would bro, we haven't thought about you since week 3 of his rookie year.
Yeah, Jefferson? Does that ring a bell? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If your last name is Diggs in the NFL, I'm pretty sure his brother's the same goddamn way. I don't know about Quandre Diggs, but I'm telling you, bro, that's the little real female shit. He should have told the people the truth after all these years, is that he was fucking jealous of Adam Thielen. He was jealous of Adam Thielen because Adam Thielen tied Megatron's record that year when he went fucking 8 straight games for 100 yards, 7, whatever it was. He was jealous of that shit that Thielen was getting all the shine, and he was jealous of Dalvin Cook getting all that motherfucking shine, bro. How are you jealous, bro? And you got 1,200 yards. You don't see Higgins. He wants out for different reasons. You don't see him acting like that with Jamar Chase. He's getting his own 1,000 yards, bro. He's putting his own work in. That's how you know it's a mind frame thing, bro. You don't see nobody else acting like that.
I'm surprised Diggs didn't end up with Dallas. I'm surprised he didn't.
I'm surprised Josh Allen didn't choke the fuck out of him in the way they lost that last game, the way he showed them up the year before. If I was Josh Allen, I would have fucked them over real bad on television. I just dropped you a perfect pass that Jefferson would have caught in his sleep through 2 defenders that would have sent us to the next round. That's why you're not an elite receiver. You're good. This is good, but he's never been elite. He's never been an elite receiver, bro. The Minneapolis Miracle. He has had that brought people to the fucking household name shit, but he's always been good. He's been top 10 and all that type of shit. He's never been elite. And that pass dropping that shit showed it. Jefferson showed him up on his home field.
I thank everyone for tuning into the podcast tonight. We'll catch you next Saturday at the same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Tim Ison's going to cry.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Around the Indoor Football World, Shield TV, and The Big Football Show. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Brosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, Bodkin Show, and Spirit of Detroit Podcast. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Wrestling Roundup, Skol Gang 365, First and 10 with Foz, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballin' Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, 313 Den Podcast, Puckett, The Guys Huddle, Main Event Football Show, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, and Off the Rails. Hope you enjoy all the shows and feel free to comment, like, share,